I've heard that, Sister Francina, that you have lived with sisters who were under the formation, who had the great fortune of getting formed by Venerable Mother Elishua. Would you please enlighten us about that?
Yes, it's very true.
So you are a very, very fortunate woman. Yes.
Yes, I'm proud of it. So, if I go to the names, there are many.
At least
But,
selectively, I mean.
Yeah. So, selectively, certain names I'll mention. And why I like to mention them is because they were models for us. They have learned everything from Mother Elishua. And directly. And they were practicing them. So, we had one sister, Claire. And something that we were very good friends. She was very old and I was very young. But one thing that attracted me very much, and something I practice now, is that when we were going to school, I was teaching in the school, then the sisters were in the school. What she did is, she'll go to the chapel, sit on one chair, say something, pray to Jesus, then go to the next chair, talk to Jesus, then the third, then the fourth. Like that, she will be moving from one chair to the other. One day I asked her, why you are moving from one chair to the another? So then she told me that, she was laughing, and she told me, you know why? You are in the school teaching, and the students, sometimes they'll not be able to study. Sometimes they may study. Sometimes they'll have some problems. And you have many, many preoccupations. So when I sit on your chair, I'll say to Jesus, Jesus, now I am Sister Francina. She has a lot of preoccupations there. She has to teach, the paper corrections are there, no time for her. So I'll be saying, Jesus, that I am Francina, instead of her, I'm sitting there. And there was another sister, Lucy. And we had this practice that, especially the high school teacher, before going to the school, we used to go through the newspaper daily. And then this sister, Lucy, she'll be peeping through the door or something through the window to just see if we have finished reading. Then at once, when the bell rings in the school, she'll take the paper. She'll run to the kitchen. Then we had many, that is,
helpers?
Not helpers actually, dependents, our dependents. Many were old. And they'll be sitting together cutting vegetables. And what she did is, she will read all the problems. And she will tell them, today when you go to the chapel, these are the things you have to pray. So that Mother Elishua's contemplation, she was really teaching the others also through that small little way. Then we had one Mother Margaret. She was the Superior General, and she was the novice of Mother Elishua after coming to Varapuzha. Then one day I asked her, I was very young. I asked in the 1974, I think. I asked her, could you please tell me the full history of our congregation? Then she told me, you just met your little sister. She called me like that, little sister. You show me your head. Then I thought she was going to bless me for explaining all these things. Then I joined my hair and I bowed before her. Then she just held my head like this and said, all these things will not, it will not digest.
It won't fit in your head.
Yeah.
Yes.
She said, in Malayalam, she said, it was dehikula. Like that only she said, it won't digest those things. Then in 1977, I had to go for my studies again. Then I came to meet her. Then
where did you go?
I had to go to Italy for my theological study.
Okay.
Then before going, I wanted to meet all the senior sisters, old sisters, no? Then I came to her. She was totally bedridden that time. Then I told her, you know, I'm going to see the Pope. As soon as I meet him, I'll tell the Pope that I asked you one question and you did not give me the answer. That time she said, you little one, you sit here. I'll tell you. Then she said, you know, why I did not say. Mother Elishwa has forbidden to say all those things, because if I say that the past history, the history of our congregation, it may hurt some people. And so Mother Elishwa fully forbidden her not to talk about that.
She didn't want to hurt anyone.
Hurt anyone.
Yes.
And that is why the canonization process has prolonged so long, that we were late to start about that.